Welcome everybody, welcome back to Homestead Heart. And today I am in the kitchen, you all, and I am canning up the last of my cherry tomato harvest. Y'all, I have them all off the plants. The plants have all been pulled out because it is that time. It is time to start preparing for the fall garden. Yes, it is. Okay, now I'm gonna apologize in advance. I know y'all hear the noise, but they are working on our house. If you've been following our channel, you remember when the storm came through and the damage that it did and our battle with the insurance company. We're still in that battle, but don't worry, we're going to talk more about that in an upcoming video. All right, you all? But at least they have finally started working on the house. All right, but it's not over yet. Y'all, I'm gonna tell you the stuff we got to share with you all about this whole process, okay? But in the meantime and in between time, let's talk about these cherry tomatoes. Y'all know we were growing sun sugars. You know we were growing black strawberry. And you know we were growing my favorite, black cherry, okay? But I have in this jar here all black strawberry because all the tomatoes that we did not eat, the rest of them we save and we can them up once we harvest them all. And yes, we harvested them all at every stage. Yes, we did. Y'all, look, let me show you. We harvested them when they was ripe. We harvested the almost ripe ones. And we harvested the ones that's not ripe at all. They all in this jar. Mrs. H, I didn't know you could do that. Of course you can. All right. Now, y'all, I do my cherry tomatoes like this every year. I probably don't have a lot to show for it. They don't last long. I would be lucky to have them at least 5 months, okay? Because when we make our taco bowls, I'm telling y'all, these are so good on taco bowls when you open them up. And you can season these if you like, all right? You can season them if you like. Now, when I season them, I normally would add in maybe some Italian seasoning and a little bit of salt. And that's pretty much it. Oh, and some red pepper flakes, right? But this time around, yeah, because I don't have it out here. This time around, I'm not going to add any of that. The only thing I'm going to put in here is the acid that I need to make sure they're properly preserved, all right? Now, the one thing I will say about using acid to preserve the tomatoes is that you can either use lemon juice or you can use citric acid. Me, I am doing quart-sized jars, okay? So for my quarts, if I were using lemon juice, I would have to use 2 tablespoons in this jar, okay? Lemon juice, bottled, not fresh lemons. Not fresh lemons, not fresh lemons. The acidity level from lemon to lemon can vary tremendously, all right? And if you want to properly preserve your food, just get some lemon juice, all right? Or you can use citric acid. Like I said, I'm using citric acid in mine. And if you're using citric acid, you don't have to use as much of this as you do the lemon juice. For this, I only use a ½ teaspoon per quart, all right? So I've already put the ½ teaspoon in each one of my quarts here. And I've already started with 2 quarts because I thought I was recording and I would. So I have to do the remaining 5, but I'm going to get them all in the canner. This is called a raw pack method. I'm not taking the skins off. I don't want my skins off. I leave them on. I'm okay with that, right? Now, if you want to hot pack these, you can blanch these in some boiling water for a couple of minutes and take them out and slip the skins off, right? Well, put them in cold water, and then once you dip them in the cold water, you slip the skins off, and then you can process them that way. But I don't do that. I just drop them in a jar. I'm telling you, it's the easiest thing in the world because all I'm doing is just grabbing tomatoes and I'm just dropping them in the jar. Just like so, just dropping them. See? And then I tamp them down like so. And that gets the tomatoes to kind of settle better in the jar. Now, if I have more room to add a few more tomatoes, I'll add a few more tomatoes. If I don't, well, wherever they settle, that's where they stay. I do not press them down or mash them down in the jar, y'all. I don't do that. I let them fall and settle in the jar just normally after I tamp them down. Wherever they land, that's it. As long as it doesn't exceed my 1-inch headspace right here. All right, that's it. So my citric acid is already in the bottom of all of my jars. My tomatoes have all been filled in the jars. And again, these are cherry tomatoes. Now, I know somebody's going to say, can you do that with regular tomatoes? Yeah. I don't know how many going to fit in your jar if you leave them whole. You may have to cut those into quarters. But yes, you can still can green tomatoes, red tomatoes. You can still can them, all right? Now, a book that I would recommend is this one right here. One of our viewers sent me this book because I didn't have it, right? I only had the other big ball book, and then of course I have the smaller ones here as well, right? I have several canning books, right? But you can get either one of these. I even have the Amish book, the Amish cookbook or guide to canning or something like that. I have that one too, and I love that one too. So I'll have these posted in our Amazon shop. So if you don't have a canning book and you need one, you can check that out there. Okay? Put this back. I don't want it to get no damage to it, no juices and all of that. I've been trying to take care of those stuff, right? So in any case, y'all, my jars are done. My jars were washed and sterilized. All right? I washed them and I sterilized them. You don't have to sterilize if you canning for X amount of time. I sterilize my jars. I don't care how long I'm canning. All right? I'm not gonna sterilize my jars with my food in it. To me, that just don't seem sanitary. But it's your kitchen. You do what you want to do, right? All right. And so I also have my lids in some hot tap water. But you don't have to simmer your lids anymore. I'm not simmering them. But if I was simmering them, I could simmer them if I wanted to, right? But I don't. I just put them in a bowl of hot tap water and let them sit, and that's that, okay? And I have my funnel, my debubbler. I have some water here with a paper napkin just for wiping the rims. I don't have vinegar. I don't need it for this. I'm not canning anything with any type of oils or fats or anything like that, any kind of fats, none of that. So I don't need that. I'm just using water. All right. And if I didn't say so, you will need boiling water to pour over your tomatoes. And you will need your water bath canner going. I'm not pressure canning these. Now you can pressure can tomatoes if you like, but I'm water bathing these. All right, y'all. So I'm going to go ahead now and start ladling in my hot water into each one of these jars. I'm gonna bring y'all a little bit closer so y'all can see this whole process. I want y'all to see what I'm doing. Yeah, there we go. We're cooking with fish grease. Mr. H said that means it's hot. All right, let me sit that here. And then I'm gonna just ladle in my boiling water. I'm just showing y'all this is how simple this is. Now, if I had something thinner like a chopstick or something, I would use that to debubble, but I don't have that, so I'm just going to use my debubbler and just go around the outer edges of my jar. I'm not going to try to go into the center. I'm just going to go around the outer edges of this jar, just like so, okay? And I'm going to move it around, and in so doing, it's moving bubbles out of the way too. Okay, so this is how I'm debubbling this, just moving everything around. I'm going to go all the way around the jar. All right, and I'm not squishing my tomatoes. I'm literally keeping this on the side or the outer sides of the inner sides of the jar. Okay, you all? All right, now, as I have done that, of course it has lowered my water level a bit. So I'm going to fill that back up to the 1-inch headspace. I'm going to wipe my rims. And then I am going to put on my lid almost didn't do this video because they were so loud, but I figured I wanted to share this with you because I don't think I've ever shown you how I do this before. So that's another jar done, okay? I'm gonna go on and get it into the can. Let me take the lid off here. Sit that to the side. Get that into the canner. Get my other two in the canner as well. All right, and then I'm gonna move on and just get the rest of them filled. Ooh, I'm gonna need this funnel so I don't make a mess everywhere. All right, move this out of the way, and I'm gonna run this around the sides of my jar. Carefully not to squish up my tomatoes. And the one thing I will tell you about canning the tomatoes when they are almost ripe or when they are green is that they hold up so much better in the jar. And so when you go to open them up, and I'm telling you, it's like the perfect tomato when they are not completely ripe. And so I just love that, having that mix of tomatoes in the jar. The different textures to me just taste so good. Get my bands on. How come I don't see all my bands? I thought I had them all. All right. Woo, that's hot, y'all. That's hot. Now, this is not a direct tutorial. I mean, you know, like an in-depth tutorial. I'm basically just giving you all an idea of what to do with your cherry tomatoes when you're bringing them out of the garden, and you may have so many. You're like, what am I going to do with all of these? Do I throw them all in the trash? What? I mean, I can't eat them all. What am I going to do with them? I'm showing you what I do, because I'm not going to lose my tomatoes. Okay, I'm not losing them. Keeping them. All right. Now what I'm going to do, you all, I'm going to share with you a photo of the end result, because I'm not going to keep you on the video for the amount of time that it's going to take for these to can, okay? And since my computer no longer cooperates with me editing video, it crashes my computer when I try to edit. So it no longer cooperates with me. So until I can get that issue resolved, I can't edit right now. Okay? Let's see, what did I do with the rest of my bands? Here's one. Okay, come on. What did I do with them? I don't know what I did with my bands. Isn't that something? And I need one more. All those bands I had, and now I can't find. Oh, here they go, right here. Look at me. There they go, right there. Okay. All right, last jar. Got water in. Look, you all, I hope that you found this to be very helpful with me showing you what I do with my remaining tomato harvest. Because like I say, y'all, I do this every single year, and I'm always glad that I have done it. I'm always very glad that I took the time, even though it's very simple. I'm glad that I took the time to go ahead and preserve my little cherry tomatoes. I really am. I never regret it. All right, and that's the final jar going into the canner. Look at that, beautiful. All right, I'm gonna lower this down into my canner gently. Make sure that water is high enough that it's covering your jars by at least a full inch, okay? When I put this on top, for example, if you want to test it out, you can use something like this or a wooden spoon, but make sure whatever you use is dry. And then I just put it on the top of my lid and I run my finger down to where the water is. And this is where the water level is for mine. So that's a full inch for me, if not a little bit better, over the top of my lids in the jar. I'm gonna take my lid, put my lid on. That's on high. And that needs to be at a full rolling boil. A full rolling boil before you start your timer. And I normally use my stove, but my stove will beep and let me know that it's done. But if I'm not in here, it'll beep a few more times, and then after that it won't beep no more. And so I have this right here as a backup. And what I'll do is I'll set me a timer after it starts boiling, okay? And these will process for 40 minutes. 40 minutes at my altitude, all right? Now I know if you have different elevations, you may have to add 5 minutes or something like that. You'll have to look it up for yourself. But for me, it's gonna be 40 minutes, okay? So once this starts coming to a full rolling boil, I'll come in and set me a 40-minute timer, and that's it. And once that timer goes off, my 40 minutes is done. What I do is I come back and I turn my fire off. I remove the lid. I don't take them out of the canner. I just remove the lid, okay, you all? There we go. I remove the lid. And after I remove the lid, I let them sit there for about 5 minutes. And then I come in and I do that to let the water settle down. And then I'll come in and lift the basket up out of the water. And once I lift my basket up out of the water, then I give it a couple of more minutes because I have air blowing. So I will wait a couple of minutes and then I will take them out and put them on my counter. All right, and there they will stay for 24 hours, which is why these are still here. I'm still canning my red beans. All right. Now, some of you said, Mrs. H, could you show how to can the beans? And if I'm not mistaken, I've done several videos on how I can my beans, and I literally do them all the same way. Okay, I've done a video to show you how I prepare them for canning, how I pick my beans, I sort through them, and then I wash them real good and let them soak and all of that. I show you all of that in a video. I have a pressure canning playlist and a water bath canning playlist that you can kind of look through and see if it's something that you might want some information on how Mrs. H does things in her kitchen when it comes to canning. Feel free to go and scroll through that. You may find something helpful there. You know, if you do, let me know. All right. But again, y'all, in 40 minutes or so, once this water starts boiling, in 40 minutes, then I will be coming back to take all of my tomatoes out of the canner. And I'm so excited. And then I'm also going to be doing my baby bells. Look at them. They're so little and so cute, right? Yeah, I'm harvesting them all. Every last one of them. I ain't throwing nothing away. I ain't got no food to waste around these pods. Look, all of these are my little Cajun bells. I'm gonna cut the stems off. See? I'm gonna cut the stems off of these. Can them up. Oh, yes, I am. And I'm gonna put a mixture of the spicy Cajun bells with just a little mini bell pepper. See, this is just a little mini bell pepper. It wasn't gonna get any bigger because it was so hot out. They were truly stunted. The growth, it just was over, right? See all these little bell peppers in here? See? I'm gonna mix these in with the Cajun bell. I may even throw a serrano pepper or so in there just to kind of give it some heat, you know, and make like a pepper sauce with it, something that's, you know, has a little bit of heat but not too much, right? So I may do that as well with a few batches, right? Increase the heat in some and just leave the rest of them mild, okay? And you can use pickled peppers for a lot of things, y'all, all right? So y'all, that's gonna do it for this video. I hope you found it helpful. Mrs. H, what do I do with all of those little bitty tomatoes? What do I do with all of them? Do I give them to the chickens? No, ma'am, no, sir. I put them in my canner and I put them on my shelf. And like I said, I'm hoping I have enough left over here to at least get 3 more quarts. That'll give me 10. And then hopefully I won't have to open them all so fast. Hopefully I won't have to open them so fast. Maybe I could do 1 a month. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what Mr. H do. Y'all know how he is about that pineapple jam. And he think he done ate it all, but he haven't. Oh no, I got 1 left. And the location shall remain anonymous. All right, y'all, that's gonna do it for this video. If you haven't done so already, please give our video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos that we upload to our one more thing before I go. I know that a lot of you have been saying that you've been unsubscribed to our channel. I really don't know what's going on. That's kind of out of my control because that happens to me too. You know, there are channels that I'm subscribed to or that I thought I was subscribed to that even I'm no longer subscribed, and then I start wondering why I'm not getting their channel information to pop up and give me a notification to let me know that they've released a new video. And it's because I have been unsubscribed and I did not know that, and I have to go back and resubscribe. But it happens a lot, and I don't think it's intentional. I just think, you know, the system just glitches sometimes, and it happens, you know. And so just to let you know, it's nothing that I have done or could do about that, or even to let you know, right? Because I don't know either. So just to let you all know that I appreciate you telling me that, but that is kind of out of my control right there. All right, y'all. But in any case, I hope y'all like this video. Don't throw those cherry tomatoes away. Don't feed them to the chickens, you know. Save them, save them, save them. A tomato is a tomato is a tomato as long as it's good, right? Okay, so that's gonna do it, y'all. Thank y'all for watching Homestead Heart. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. I have more to do. Woo! Sound like he was about to fall through the roof. But anyway, I have more to do. I have more tomatoes I need to process. And because it's so late in the season, oh my God. Seriously. Y'all, what in the world are they doing? Do it take all of that? I don't know. But I'm finna go see. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for watching Homestead Heart. I'm going to see y'all in the next video.